Where where I am sitting right now, when I do the interviews of potential people joining my team, the only thing I look for is the attitude. Because I feel skill sets can be learned if your attitude is great. You can work well in the team if your attitude is great. You will be able to perform better in tough situations if your attitude is great. And it all boils down to that. And it fundamentally defines their fit in a team or an organization. In my interviews, I've never assessed skills, I've never asked skill based questions because somewhere I also feel that my team would have done that already.
Mm.
But that is the one thing that I look for in a candidate, their attitude. As an old timer in interviewing, you know, I have to also keep one thing in mind. You can't let biases get to you. So when I look at CVs, I make it a point that I don't look at the photograph because you walk into an interview with a mindset. In fact, certain countries ban you from adding your photograph in a resume.
Right. Yeah.
Certain times, even names are not shown. So you don't know if it's a male or a female.
Mm.
So you need to tune yourself against any bias before you walk into the interview. So you need to go fresh. I use the first 5 minutes to just know the other person without asking any work related question. In fact, when I ask them about how their day was or how they landed up for the interview, that also gives you a lot of insight about the person you're interviewing. And those are things that I use as an interview to know the other person without really asking them about themselves. Also, as an interviewer, it's very important for me to get the potential candidates' stories out from a behavioral perspective.
Mm.
The oldest trick for any HR person they will tell you is the CAR, cause, action, result. It's important for me to actually get the result bit out very quickly, understanding the person's journey. So when you ask the person in terms of tell us about a situation where you had to fight multiple people or your manager, and I'm not looking for the situation. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the end result and how you reach there.
Mm.
Irrespective of any stage of life, I think, especially in the case of engineering students who want to get into marketing, these behavioral questions they will have to understand. In fact, there are websites which will give you a list of all the behavioral questions.
Mm.
If I'm sure you must also be building this at some stage, but that is, I think, the single biggest thing to keep in mind, especially when you're interviewing with a leader in that organization.
Mm.
They're not going to assess skills.
If you enjoyed this and want to keep getting career tips and advice from Rudley Mentors, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated whenever we put out new content. What's more, you can opt to take up a one-on-one Rudley mentorship session with any mentor of your choosing. So, if career advice is what you're looking for, Rudley.com is where you need to go.